The 2010 Alberta Business Person of the Year, presented by Alberta Venture, in partnership with the Chartered Accountants of Alberta. This year's selection for the 2010 Alberta Business Person of the Year is Epcor CEO Don Lowry.
Don has always had an amazing ability to focus on the big picture.
I don't think you can learn that very special ability to kind of peek around the corner to see what's coming. Don has that wonderful ability to do that, and furthermore, to be able to articulate it. And articulate it in a manner that people can understand and say, yeah, I get it, but more importantly, I get it and I agree.
The luxury of thinking ahead is that you can develop the options. When we made the decision to spin off the power business, at the time you make some of these decisions, they're viewed with skepticism or opposition, but we've generally thought these things through.
I think if you live in Edmonton or in Alberta, you ought to be very proud of what Epcor has done. What you have seen is a municipal utility organize itself so well that it could become very successful in providing those broad range of services elsewhere.
But the key here is Don, because Don is the driver. He's the person who had the vision, who saw how to articulate that vision, to sell it to his colleagues, to, most importantly, lead the path and implement.
It's important to note that what Epcor has done is very unique. What you have is really a municipal water utility that has decided that it was capable enough that it could expand outward to provide similar services to other municipalities, not just in Alberta and Canada, but in the rest of North America. Don Lowry was invited to be the first ever private sector individual to give the keynote address at the Rosenberg International Forum on Water Policy. That particular honor is usually bestowed upon a head of state, which gives you an idea of just how much respect Don Lowry has in the broader water community.
And the reason he's so good at it is people trust him. He's got all the kind of basic table stakes that you'd expect of a senior executive, you know, total transparency, no ego to get around, very smart. He's also wise, and there's a big difference.
A tremendous example of balancing the life of a chief executive officer.
He's got a wonderful family, he cares about his family, he's got a real good balance in his life, he's got other interests, he's interested in fish, you know, he's got an aquarium in his home that, you know, would dazzle most commercial organizations.
I must have been born in an aquarium. You know, from the smallest of ages, we could never have, like when I was growing up, my mom wouldn't allow four-legged creatures in the house, so wanted a pet. And so went to the store, and the only pet that attracted me was fish, guppies. And it was something I thought we could afford. And I realized then we were poor, couldn't even afford $1 guppy. And so, you know, my dad said he'd be supportive if I could find a job or work or do something to get the fish, got the fish. And I've never looked back. I'll tell you, we've moved around the country. I've done all kinds of work. I've always got aquariums on the go. I've had ponds in the backyard, bred fish, sell fish. Quite frankly, I think I'm almost even happier with the fish. You know, what I've learned with the passage of time is health number 1, family 2, work 3. And if you look at them as juggling balls, you can't drop those first 2 balls, your health or your family. But you know, from time to time, if you got to have slack, you got to take it on your job. Because the job will bounce back. You can delegate, you can change the description, you can modify that. In fact, you can take a sabbatical if it allows you, but you can never drop your family or drop your health, because you may never ever get it back.
I get him because he rides his bike to work in the rain. He's a physical fitness nut.
You've really got to go at it full throttle. You've got to be thinking hard, working hard, ensuring you're efficient. And you can't do that, though, unless you're healthy and you've got a good balance at home. Well, I think for young people coming up, one thing to think about is don't run from adversity. When business or life really throws you a hard one, you're going to learn more by coping with it and dealing with and solving that problem yourself, or learning to draw upon the strength of others to solve that collectively, than you ever will by running from it. It feels just right, you know? It's the sort of thing like running a marathon. You're running, and you never really pause to see, are we making any progress here? And to me, it was highly symbolic, obviously delightful, but I think more representative of the people I'm with and look forward to being with in the future, but could never have made this progress as an individual. It's a whole series of things. And, you know, things that have gone right and things that have gone wrong, but, you know, you're only here for so long and can only do so many things. And to be so lucky to get an award like this, I'm thrilled.
Don deserves this award. Full stop. It's about time.
Congratulations, Don Lowry, on being selected the 2010 Alberta Business Person of the Year.